Hello everybody, welcome to No Get Right Now. Out of the shower, as you can fucking tell. So, I wanted to do a thing with my guitar today, because, I fixed some stuff about it. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is a Kramer. Well, it's a kind of knockoff of a Stratocaster, Fender Strat, aka shirt. Strats are, and these kind of guitars have, this thing, the whammy bar. This is a vintage style one, so it goes out of tune like no fucking end. This thing constantly goes out of tune. Well, yeah, it constantly went out of tune whenever I used it. Hell, I went and did a dive bomb, and everything was just shitty and out of tune. Sounds terrible. And if I went up, it was even fucking worse. So I did some research on YouTube, of course, as I usually do, and found a solution to the whole problem. Basically, you gotta set up the springs in the back of this thing, because this thing is held together by 3 springs, which I'm not gonna take off right now because I'm fucking lazy. But, yeah, it's held on by 3 springs. Now, what you want to do is usually have the top 3 strings, the G, B, and E, a little bit, the spring for them, because it's hard to explain. Basically, out of the 6 strings, there's 2 springs, or there's a spring for each 3 strings. So these high 3 have their own string, basically, or own spring, and these low 3 have their own spring. Now, what I did was I took the spring that goes to these higher strings, and I tightened the shit out of it. Whereas I slightly loosened the lower 3 so that, you know, they have less wiggle room. I also intonated it, which if you look, all those saddles are moved differently, which is a nice little thing I did. And now this guitar doesn't go out of tune. I cannot get it to go out of tune. I have it in drop C currently. Let's get some metal tones out of this bitch with my guitar and my speakers. As you hear, it sounds pretty decent, pretty in tune, right? Let's bring the speakers up a little bit louder. Now, watch this. Still in tune. Let's try a dive. There are no tricks. I don't have a locking. These are stock tuners. These are not locking. There's no locking nut. There's no fucking locking saddle. It's just I pivoted the middle 4 screws up a little bit. If you can see that, or up a little bit. So this thing no longer goes out. Listen to this. This thing is good for that bomb. Now I can do some weird shit like this. It's the first fun little tricks you can do. Yeah! Also, I've been doing some new guitar stuff, as in like songs and stuff. Like, for example, one of our new songs called Heretic. Yeah, and some weird shit that goes. And I figured out harmonies too, you know. I'm also learning sweep picking, which is annoying. I cannot get this guitar out of fucking tune. It's driving me insane. This thing, if I did this, you'd be out of tune. Just barely touch it, you know. Every string was out of fucking tune. And now, look, this thing is completely sexy, and that doesn't go out of tune. I can even do the horse noise. Or the passing aeroplane. The passing airplane. Yeah. Also, I'm learning a new song of Mice and Men called Bones Exposed, just like this. Yeah, that song's fun yourself. Also on the solo to rock you like a hurricane, you know. Let me tune this thing real quick. Okay, so I put it in standard D, so Kickstart My Heart lyrics. Which would be... Same as Girls, 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 actually. Ooh, my slide. Eh. I mean, I can do fucking... It does. Let's do some... Oh, yeah, I made some new presets, by the way. I made, This one, I think, is the... Yeah. This one's the rhythm for Rock You Like a Hurricane, which is... This one's the lead for it. The solo's weird for the song, the beginning solo. Then I have one for Crazy Train. This is the rhythm track. I think I have like a little tube screamer in it or something. Oh god, I broke it. This was the lead for it. And I also redid number 1. Let me just skip through 20-something to get to number 1. I wanted this one to be old school as fuck, so... my old favorite lead run.